Hey! Hey, it's the Screenwriters Beat pre-show!
Hi, Screenwriters!
And joining us today, I have the wonderfully talented Eric Ingram.
Pleasure to make everyone's acquaintance once again.
And remind us again what you write, Eric.
I am a comedy action guy.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We like that.
Oh yeah, love it.
And I'm Ann Kimbrough. I write action and thrillers, and I tend to mostly lately do contained. They're all contained, limited location. We like that though.
You know, that makes you have it makes you write with so much focus, but it also makes you, like, let's say it's in the kitchen. You kind of like become aware of everything in the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
right.
We use it all. I agree. I think I've written too many like air duct scenes, elevator shafts. So I get into those really well. That's funny.
Do you walk around and go like, that's a contained area. Let me write that one down.
Yeah. I'm always looking for a contained space. This is true.
So true.
Sounds strange, but
oh my God. It just makes you focus. It makes you focus on stuff.
It does.
It really does.
I mean, a great location can really make a film.
Oh, big time.
Gotta be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, I know. You just never know. I have one. Maybe we can talk about it. I was walking down the street one day and I saw the fruit stand. Right. Just the fruit stands in LA. And I was like, wow. It just kind of reminded me of with that cell phone. Right. The guy had to stay at the fruit stand.
At the phone booth.
At the phone booth, right? But he would have to stand at this fruit, whatever's going to happen, it was going to be at this fruit stand. I'm like, we might have to talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That might be another great topic for some shows. Great locations.
Great. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Write that one down. Yeah.
I'll write it down. But coming up, we're this Thursday, July the 24th, at 5 p.m. LA time. We'll be recording our next two shows, which are episodes 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And they'll be up on YouTube right after, and there forever, so this date doesn't matter for some people.
Right.
But our two topics, I wanted to just throw them out there, see what you think.
Okay.
So our topic for episode 7 is genre writing.
Oh, that's the biggie.
So that's a biggie. I mean, it really means popular writing, right? So what are the genres, the main genres? Because there's a lot of subgenres, right?
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. But the main ones are obviously comedy, and then there's horror, then there's thriller. I think those are the biggest right now. You can always add kind of sci-fi or adventure.
Action adventure.
Yeah. You can kind of add those, but it's kind of like comedy, and then what kind of comedy? Thriller, what kind of thriller? Suspense, psychological, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So but you gotta. It's hard because as writers, we just want to we can write anything.
Yes.
and you can, right? But you gotta focus because you want to become that hired person, or you want to be known for something, and you'll get so much more work, and then maybe later down the road, a passion project, you'll be able to pull up one of those other things that you write kind of later on. But getting known for one of those, I'm telling you, you could have a very successful career.
Well, good. I'm glad you like that topic. We're going to get into what it means to write for each of those genres, the big ones, the horror, action, thriller.
Right. Like that.
Then episode 8 is going to be about contracts, the ins and outs of signing that deal.
Right.
I mean, you've signed a lot of, there's work for hire, there's option agreements, and there's a lot to at least let people know what's standard, so you don't freak out with your first contract, right?
Absolutely, because sometimes you and it's good to know as much as you can, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like, lawyers and entertainment attorneys, this is what they do day in, day out. We go write. Yeah, then we go write, and then we go come back and get a deal, and then we go back to write. But this is what they do day in and day out. So it's best to get some really good advice before you.
Do you have someone you pass all your contracts through?
Yes, I do. I have an entertainment attorney if I ever have a bigger thing, and then the illustrious, beautiful kind-hearted Hal Crowsman and Screenwriting You always
Yeah.
over to
Hal is great.
Oh, yeah.
That is a great benefit of being an alumni Screenwriting You, is that you always have Hal and Cheryl are great to go to for any kind of deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure when you guys do make the deal, make sure you slip it. Come on. They're saving us. Yeah, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Don't do that. Be righteous about it, because the information and the advice that they give you, usually you have to pay a lot of money for.
Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah, it's a good deal. And those will be our next two shows. You like those topics?
Oh, I can't wait. Now, you shouldn't have teased me like that, Ann.
I know.
I can't wait. I'm like,
I can't wait. Well, it's just a couple days.
Right,
and we'll get into it more. I did want to, since I have you here, and I know that you have had a lot of success by not only just breaking in, but continually getting your name out there and being noticed to get more jobs. You've done a lot of short scripts, and I think that's a great way to break in. So could you tell us what are some great things, or what are some tips to write a really good short script?
Oh, okay. Well, it's imagine the same kind of information in study and work and conceptualizing as you do for a big script. What you do is kind of find the highest moment of that idea, the highest, most intense, with the most conflict. Everything's kind of happening at that time, and then go like a couple minutes before that. That's where you start your short, and then you end it a couple pages after that moment.
So is it a lot of times about like one big idea then?
Yes, it could be one big idea told in a small way, or a small idea told in a big way.
Is it also one emotion? Are you dealing?
No, it shouldn't be. I mean, unless it's a genre. Like if you do horror, obviously you gotta be afraid. You know what I mean? You gotta be freaked out. But it should still have the same up and down. You know, the heartbeat, the highs and the lows. You know, the highs and the lows of the normal. It's almost like a sequence. You know, when we break it down, you know, there's scenes and then there's sequences and then there's, you know, you got acts and then the sequences probably usually could be about from 5 to 8 to 9 pages, maybe even 10, maybe.
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10.
So, but is one of the main tricks though is to get us close to that high moment that you were talking about? Yeah,
because you don't have much time to set up the status quo.
Right.
You don't have all that time. It's really get right into it. I mean, it's almost like the normal stuff. Get right into it, but it's right at that. But get right to the point. You don't have to explain everything from the backstory. Get right into it. Yeah.
What about the ending? Because that seems to be like if the ending is king in a short story.
Yes.
And a short script.
Right. So it's a microcosm of bigger script. All my stuff are mostly snippets from scripts that I have or ideas that I had. It's never kind of just this is just a short story. So I kind of know where it was going and I kind of know where it began. So even if I have to take a snippet out and then change the ending just for the short to make it a crazy ending or end on a high note and on a crazy note, then you do that. But I kind of know already, like I know where it was going. So and you got a lot of times you may think I have to take a budget or something like that. So you still gotta keep all those constraints on. But still, I'm telling you, use the sequence of the story, use a sequence from your script, and just make that the universe. That little snippet, that's the whole universe. So you can't think like, oh, maybe this little part in the beginning I might use. And no. This is the universe, right?
I like that. And tell us, because I know you've recently had something optioned that was a short film script.
Right, which is out of my. I have a dark marriage comedy. It's called Life Sentence.
Life Sentence.
Life Sentence. Yeah, it's this divorcing couple goes to this one-of-a-kind revolutionary marriage behavior modification workshop to save their marriage. But what they don't know is that it takes place in a penitentiary.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly right. You remember the Scared Straight? Remember that documentary?
Yes.
Right. Well, it's kind of like that. So it was. If those of you who may not know, these young juveniles who get in trouble in real life, this is all real. they get in trouble in real life, and then they were sent to the state penitentiary to talk to lifers and death row inmates to kind of set them straight, what's called scared straight, right? So same thing, but with marriage couples. Because marriages, I think, was it 70-60% now? It's like, it's crazy because people got all their own ideas of what, marriage is supposed to be like, da, 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 da. So I kind of said, enough is enough. I'm gonna go kind of get rid of all this strange behavior that people, all these rules that people have. I'm just gonna go blow them up. So I put them in this this penitentiary, and these guys and they can do whatever they need to do so that you can learn the lesson. Whatever they need to do.
Whatever. That sounds like a great concept. Concept is still king no matter what length, right?
Always concept is king. So I had a lot of pages extra. So I just took a snippet of that, and made it. It was called the Marriage Workshop. So I took kind of what's happening at the prison and put it in their house. So it was just them two, and there's a guard standing over them. Like, it's just, just made it great. So,
good. Well, congratulations. I'm happy and excited to see that get filmed.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be filming. I think they started filming in either later this month or August. It's gonna be. They're filming up in Vancouver. So. Yeah. It was very cool.
Very cool. Well, we have done it again. We've done our little pre-show here that hopefully teases everybody to come join us
for
episodes
people.
7 and 8.
Wow. Do you remember 1 and 2, Ann? You remember when can we do episode 1? Look, we already had 7 and 8. Look at it.
I know. It's coming along. I think it's really fun. We're getting a lot of great feedback, and I hope people continue to find it and enjoy it.
I hope so. I think they are. I think it's really great. We have such a wonderful host and a wonderful panel. So
you're so sweet. We got a great panel, and I appreciate you for giving your time so freely, and it's really great to hang out with you.
I can do all that I can do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
All right.
We'll see everybody on our next episodes of Screenwriters Beat. Thank you.
Bye. See you Thursday.
See you Thursday.